I'm Tisha.
I'm Loren.
And this is the Open Booked Podcast. Today we are talking about Empire of Storms, the sixth or fifth book in the Throne of Glass series, depending on how you read it, by Sarah J Maas, however you say it. I've heard it all the ways. Yes. But first, what are you reading?
I actually am the problem as why we're recording late. I finished this book late. But I'm also listening to, I didn't want to start the next book until after we recorded, because I think we've talked about this before, but with ACOTAR, I think I had a really hard time with where one book ended and the next began. So I've been religiously waiting to start the next book until after we record so I don't fuck it up.
Same.
So I have not started the next book. So while I was waiting to record, I was listening to Wildfire by Hannah Grace. It's the second of the Icebreaker series. It's cute. It's cheesy. I am about to cancel Everend.
Same.
I had it restart not once but twice today. Only one related to the car. The other related to just my AirPods that I listen to every single day. It's just shitty. They're not investing in improving the app. They're making it worse, and I think I'm just gonna cancel it.
Yeah, same. I'm currently listening to Sunrise on the Reaping because that's what my son decided to use on Everend as our unlock for last month.
Yeah, good pick.
So, yeah, so he listened to it, and now I'm listening to it. I've got a couple hours left, and then I'm gonna cancel because same. I start it in the car, it won't play. I start it on my headphones, it won't play. I'm like, what the fuck? I have to restart the app. I have to start over, try to remember where I am. It's ridiculous, and I'm sick of it. So after how many months of complaining, we're finally going to cut the cord.
Yeah. I've been hanging on because I didn't do the little upgrade thing. I'm still OG. But the fact, I think they are purposely making it shittier to make you switch. I genuinely believe that. So,
but it doesn't get better once you switch either. So
no. So I think I'm about to save a couple bucks a month.
Same.
But I'll just put that towards a book for Audible. I don't know. One thing about Audible is it's stupid. It's expensive. It's Amazon. Quality's good. Quality's good. You don't have these fucking issues.
Yeah, never. I've been using it for 10 years and never had this issue. Maybe one time there was a random glitch, but I just update the app or close it out and it's fine. It's not every single time I use it.
So bad. You talked about what you're reading, right? You're listening to Sunrise on the Reaping?
Yeah. I started and finished Wayward this week, and it was really good. I started reading it months ago, and I finally just listened to it because it became available on Libby, and it's really good. It's about witches and the witch trials, and it was really good.
Okay, love to see it. Okay, should we talk should we yap a little?
Yeah.
First and foremost, did all them bitches go to space or not?
No. Fuck no.
I knew the answer. Okay, I honestly had no clue that it was even happening, right?
I didn't either until the day before.
And then I see all these videos of Katy Perry's in space and they didn't even play whatever her song is. E.T., isn't that the name of her song? Extra, yeah.
Yeah.
And they were she didn't even play it. The thing I think is so funny is that they just think their shit doesn't stink now. Did you see the interview with Gail that's let me ask you a question. Have you ever been to space? And I'm like...
You haven't either.
You haven't either? My thought was even if you have, you were in space for 2 seconds. And then the door thing is everyone's argument. The door had to be opened right from the outside and no one was there that opened the door. Yeah. I don't know. Just literally everywhere.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm yet again, even if you did go in space, there are much better uses for that amount of money.
Yeah. This is a hot take, but I think a space is a waste of fucking money. And guys, come at me, please. I I just think like we could do so much better things for our country besides waste it on space. Okay, I know I'm not an Elon hater. I'm not an Elon lover. I know he's like a big Mars guy. I'm indifferent. It's his money. He can do whatever he wants with it. Government money, I'm like, my taxpayer dollars are paying for us to fake a moon landing.
And pay somebody millions of dollars to fake it.
Yeah, like, let's fix the education system. Let's make better roads. Let's, I don't know.
Kids.
Yeah, help kids. Kids, specifically. Adults can help themselves. Kids, help kids. And, yeah, I don't know. Like, or just lower our taxes, you know? Like, that's a great solution as well. So, I'm just baffled that we wasted money on this and that it's all everyone can talk about.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with us as a society?
Priorities, man.
We're playing into it because we're talking about it right now.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, so we were supposed to record on Easter. It's since past Easter. What did you do for Easter?
We went to my mom's in Oklahoma and got to see the babies. Yeah, my niece is on the verge of like crawling, so it's an adventure.
Yeah. Did you do the whole egg hunt shit or no?
We actually didn't. This is the first year we haven't, but the kids didn't even miss it. They got toys, they got candy,
Really?
They got all the things. They didn't even notice. They didn't do it at school, though. I used to live
for the egg hunt, even older. They did?
They didn't. This is the first year they've not done one at school either. Yeah. They didn't mention anything about sending candy, about eggs. Like, usually we have to send them and their basket and all of the things. Nothing. I was like, this is weird. I was like, maybe we just don't do it at home either.
Yeah, that is weird. As a kid, I like lived for the egg hunt because, you know, the grandma would always put some money in one and the money got higher as you got older and like, you know. And so everyone was looking for that golden egg, you know?
Yeah.
Jesse's mom would do it for us as adults. And
with shooters?
No, she doesn't do the shooters, but she would put money in it and then she would duct tape it camo and hide it hard.
Wow, yeah.
And there was one for each couple. And so that was fun. It just never failed. It was always like pouring rain and we were sloshing in the mud.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to have a grown-up kid and adult one where certain colors are for the adults and certain colors for the kids. The kids all run, get the candy, the money, the dollar bills, whatever, and the adults get the shooters. And if you find the shooter, you have to drink it right then. And maybe instead of just maybe some lottery tickets too. Heck, I mean, you can do lottery tickets for the kids. Nothing's more fun to a kid than scratching off a lottery ticket. Let's be real.
Maybe we plan something like that for next year, but like plan it in May so that it's dry and we're not having to fight the weather. Or freezing.
And we can get all of the Easter stuff discount.
Yes.
Like, we'll get it the day after, 50% off, and then just save it. Yeah, no, we're on to something here.
Yes.
Yeah, so Easter happened. I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Literally, Jesse was working. I listened to that book all day. But when I do that, I'm very productive. Because I'm like, feel like I can't just sit and listen. I'm like, doing laundry, doing dishes. But I also have had so much to do with the candle sale because I've like researched how you pay taxes on it, right?
Yeah.
So I told you about this, I think. Yeah. Like most people are selling a business and are like selling everything they can to make money. Me, I'm like making everything I can because whatever amount of inventory I have that I sell isn't taxed. I pay taxes on the difference between my inventory and what she's paying for it, the goodwill. And so I've been not only I've been getting orders out the wazoo as well. So I'm like trying to keep up with that, which is great. And they've slowed down this week, but like last week, it was crazy. I usually don't get that many. And then I have been trying to inventory and pack everything, and it is so much work for one person. Because I know that this next weekend, we have our families coming to town. We're going to a concert. We have an Airbnb at the lake. We're just going to be like gallivanting and stuff. And I'm not going to have time to do it before May 1st. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm starting tomorrow every night after work. I'm going to have to, like, okay, just spend an hour or two. Like, don't waste my whole night, but, like, just do a little bit. But yeah, I didn't do, and I was like, oh crap, I forgot it's Easter. It's 420. And we have freaking tornadoes again. I'm like, golly, anything else coming on this random ass day?
Mm-hmm.
Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, you know, it was kind of interesting. The Vice President of the United States met the Pope on Easter.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. And then the next day he died. And I saw an interview clip where J.D. Vance was like, I'm glad you're in better health or something. And I'm like, that didn't age well.
No.
People are saying he did it. And I'm like, come on.
How? Why?
How did he fucking... I've seen so many posts and I'm like, I'm a conspiracy theorist, okay? That is insane.
Yeah. And he's a very religious person.
Mm-hmm.
And he seems like a decent human from the couple of interviews that I've watched with real people, not news people. Like when he sits down and does a podcast, he seems like a fairly genuine, decent guy. So as much as a politician can be.
For sure. And I mean, just like his story, no matter what side of the fence people are on, his story is the American dream, man. Like, what he came from, what he's accomplished, what he's done. If you don't respect that, like, I don't know what you could respect, because that story's awesome. Yeah. And I don't care what his beliefs are, to have made such a successful life before being a vice president, you know, is impressive, to say the least. But yeah, I just was like, what a coincidence. And of course people are, oh my God.
He didn't look in very good health at the couple of videos I saw from the Easter celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked very feeble. And I was like...
He hasn't looked good for years.
Yeah, I was looking at his picture.
Why are they always so old?
From when he was like elected as Pope to now. I was like, those are two different guys. And it's only been like 12 years.
Yeah.
Like, not a long time.
Conspiracy theory. The Roman Empire never failed. It's just the Catholic Church now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all, entirely Catholicism, like from start to finish. So we're still in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that happened. Last bit of yapping, unless you have anything else. Oh, I have something I forgot to put on the agenda. I'm going to say it before I forget. I haven't read the full letter, but you know, everybody who's been listening to us, or just has any sort, unless they live under a rock, knows about Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni. And that Candace Owens is all up in that shit, and then this guy, Be Better, has started getting all up in this shit. Apparently somebody wrote an anonymous letter to Be Better about a movie no one's ever heard of. I need to like get the facts on this or send a video. So I may have sent it to you like late last night or something. Okay. But it is someone sent an anonymous letter about Blake Lively doing the same shit. And it got squished and no one ever heard about it. No one even knows what movie this is. And they have like receipts and stuff. So I just think it's interesting. They're saying like, which, you know, Candace and this guy have proven to be correct, factual, not putting out baloney. Because there's a lot of BS out there. And they are like, check the sources people. They're not going to just, like, it's their reputation, it's their career. That being said, they're like, this is a nail in the coffin for her, if there wasn't already. So, maybe we'll research that a little bit and follow back up. But I just saw it. It's like fresh. Yeah.
Speaking of her, I watched the trailer for Another Simple Favor again today. It comes out May 1st. So next week it'll be out.
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to watch it. Number one, it's based off a book, so we're supporting an author. Number two, we like Anna Kendrick, so we're supporting her. Number three, the views are going to be immaculate because we have Michelle Morone.
Yes.
Yes. As her love interest, aka our Enzo. So yeah, I will say, like, the trailer and everything looks good. I love a good thriller.
Yes.
So we'll report back after the viewing. Last bit of business before we yap about Queen's SJM. Okay. We called it with FyreFest.
100%.
We fucking called. We talked so much shit about this last week. Headline: FyreFest2 cancel. Really?
No shit.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They said refunds would be issued. I'm like, who the fuck even bought tickets already? Like, really?
A lot of people. So, we'll see if people get a refund.
Yeah. They said it was because the local governments were not in support of the event. I'm like, no wonder. Because you didn't register, you didn't do any of the things you needed to do to host such a big, loud event.
Yeah, like we talked about this, that both locations they said it was going to be at says there's no permits, there's nothing, like it's not happening. So, like, you can't just say you're going to have something somewhere. Like, you have to check the boxes, my guy.
Yeah. And you would think...
Did you learn nothing?
Yeah, you would think being the second attempt at this shit show that you would check at least the most basic of boxes to get this on the road. Like, that just doesn't even make sense. Like, how? Wild.
For sure.
But I'm glad. I'm glad it's canceled.
Yeah, me too. Don't want anyone else to get, like, sick and end up in the hospital or whatever all happened, because there was just so much drama with it.
Yeah.
Initially. But, all right, are we ready to dive into this book?
Yeah.
We're getting in early today. You want to read that back?
Sure. Only the greatest sacrifice can turn the tide of war. The long path to the throne has only just begun for Aelin Galathinius as war looms on the horizon. Loyalties have been broken and bought, friends have been lost and gained, and those who possess magic find themselves increasingly at odds with those who don't. With her heart sworn to the warrior prince by her side and her fealty pledged to the people she is determined to save, Aelin will delve into the depths of her power to protect those she loves. But as monsters emerge from the horrors of the past, dark forces stand poised to claim her world. The only chance for salvation lies in a desperate quest that may take more from Aelin than she has to give. A quest that forces her to choose what and who she's willing to sacrifice for the sake of peace.
Yeah, period. Okay, this was my favorite book so far. What about you? By far the best book so far.
Yes.
Kingdom of Ash is apparently, like, everyone's favorite book from this series, so I'm excited. We're only 2 weeks away from that, but I loved this book. Loved. So much happened in this book, too.
Yes.
Like, I was prepping, and I was like, oh shit, that did happen in this book. Okay. Spoilers for Throne of Glass up to Empire of Storms. We say anything else that's correct, we're guessing.
Yes.
Because we don't know. The rest of it, we've read, okay? So spoilers. Yeah, you want to dive into questions? I have a lot this week because there's so much. Which is good there wasn't that much tea at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay. First question is about Aelin's leadership, okay? How does her role as queen evolve in this book, and do you think she makes the right sacrifice?
I feel like she grows, like, leaps and bounds in this, in her just kind of decision making. Like, it's not purely selfish in any of it. I feel like it's all for her kingdom and for those that she loves. And I think she makes good enough sacrifices.
Yeah, I agree. I think she sacrifices too much, but, you know, ultimately it works out. Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Hopefully.
We're kind of left on a cliffhanger.
That was a big one.
Yeah, big one. But my only complaint, this isn't with the writing, it's just the character, is why can't she loop her freaking husband in on her plans?
Yes. Just communicate. Let him know.
It have to be so secretive. You know me, I'm gonna bitch about communication. And she just cannot do it. And in my head, I'm like, okay, it's because the way she grew up, everything she's been through. She's not trying to risk them, or really what I figured out at the end, which they said it, like her cousin. She doesn't want to let them down if it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
So she would rather it be a pleasant surprise and maybe them feel a little butthurt they weren't involved in the plans than have them, I'm going to try to do this, and no one shows up, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Rowan and Aelin. How do you think their relationship evolved in this book?
We finally got some spice.
When that spice hit, I was like, finally, let's go.
And then, hello, they got married.
Another fantasy book, I don't get a fucking wedding. What the fuck?
It's just after the fact, hey, we're married. What? Yeah, because he's
Where's
like,
my wife?
Exactly. I was like, what the fuck? I literally texted Haley. I was like, wait, they got married? When did this happen? She's like, literally.
Literally. Okay, so yes, they developed a lot. I am definitely growing. Rowan's definitely growing on me.
Same.
And I think we've said at the beginning, like, we didn't love Rowan as a book boyfriend. I'm still not going to put him in a top 5, if I'm being honest.
Not yet.
He's a great book boyfriend, but he's got some work to do to catch up to Xaden and Rhys.
Oh, for sure. So much work.
Xaden, top tier, okay? It is going to take a miracle of a man to kick Xaden off the throne.
Yeah.
And people are comparing, Kingfisher, I mean, maybe we should do an entire episode on book boyfriend.
Maybe.
Book Talk loves that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, I think their relationship definitely grew a lot. They got married. She's communicating with him. He knows everything about her.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like she's communicating with him more than anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
But she also leaves him in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the end, they were joking about, like, the surprises and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I really want to talk about this because this guy's kind of hot now. Lorcan. Okay, what did you think of his arc in this book?
I loved it.
I did too. I'm a Lorcan stan now.
Same. I was like, okay, Lorcan, I see you.
Okay, I see you, boo, and you got that thing broken. Honey is free, baby. He is free.
Yes.
And they're acting like it's so, oh no, they just freed the dad and Lorcan. That's terrible.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Yeah, I loved it.
Lorcan in the lead. I'm really, really rooting for them. I think their mates are in game or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm interested, maybe we'll get to this later, about what a lead is.
Yeah,
like, I don't think she even knows. There's more to it.
For sure.
I don't know if it's good. I mean, it could even take a twist and she's bad. I don't know. Like, and she not even know it. We know she's part witch, but he smells more than that she's part something, and it's very clear she doesn't.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how that plays out. Okay, let's talk about another couple that came to fruition that we totally fucking called. Manon and King Dorian. Oh, yeah. I still love Dorian. Yes. Dorian's a freak now, okay?
Yes, I love it.
The invisible, I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's go, my God.
Yes. This book went from 0 to 100 in chapter 34, and I was like, I'm fucking here for it.
Go! Let's go! Yes, it was super awesome. I was rooting for them. I am a Dorian fan. We've said this, both of us, since the first episode covering this book where we met Dorian. Yeah. We love him. So I'm definitely rooting for them. Let's talk about Manon without him. We called it. She was gonna, when she told her wyvern to take her somewhere safe and rolled up to them on the boat, I'm like, wow, we have cousin, shapeshifter, cousin's dad, Rowan, Aelin, Manon, Dorian, Lorcan, a lead. We finally have everyone.
It's like the Avengers team assembling.
It's like, and then he said something about there's a lot of beautiful people on this boat.
I died.
Like, yeah, I did too. I was like, yeah, you guys are all finally together. Yes. Which, like, all of it is clicking. Mm-hmm. It makes sense. So, Manon, I've liked her. Honestly, at first, I'm like, this witch storyline's annoying. Yeah. But her character, I could tell was going to be something. Yeah. We talked about that, too. We guessed that. But No, I loved it. I loved when she turned on fucking bitch tit. Loved when the 13 showed up. You know, like, they fuck some bitches up.
Yes.
So, I was hollering. Ooh. Okay, a lot of these are like, whatever. Okay, let's talk about the ending. This is not a question. This is just conversational here. How did you feel about how she had set... Okay, let's talk about redhead bitch coming back. Faked her death. I thought Aelin killed her.
Same.
It even mentions in the book, like, a couple books ago, I couldn't tell you which one, that she killed her friend Ansel or something.
Yeah.
And then she shows back up with an army.
Yeah.
I get the life debt. Then, fucking the cousin or whatever from the other continent showing up with the army. 13 showing up. And then how the shapeshifter's going to pretend to be Aelin to get Terrasen back. And have a baby with the cousin so it looks like her. She literally thought through. She knew she had to die.
Yeah. Like, I almost started crying because I was like, she's literally sacrificing everything right now. And the fact that she was able to convince Lysandra to do this for her, like, I don't think she even had to convince her because she knew Lysandra was devoted to her and would do that. Like, she would do anything she asked. I think it says a lot about both of them that Lysandra would be willing to do that for her and that she deserves Lysandra to do that for her.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that just shows how she was thinking every step through, every possible scenario, every possible outcome. She had a plan for it. And as frustrated as I get that she didn't share it, like when it all worked out, I'm like, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I know they're going to rescue her. I think Rowan was stuck on the fact that she planned all this thinking that they weren't going to come get her. And we both know Rowan's going to move heaven and earth to get her. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't think... I know we get her back. I don't know how.
Yeah.
There has to be this dramatic showdown between her and Maeve.
100%. Because, I mean, all of those people going after her... Mm-hmm. And they don't even know they're going after her. Like,
yeah.
Fucking wild. It's going to be a battle for the ages. Like, it's going to be wild.
Yeah. I can't decide if I think they're going to get Erewhon first.
I think so.
Or Maeve second. I don't know because they're both bad. One book's going to be Maeve, one book's going to be Erewhon, I think. Which it's funny that he's named after, like, the bougiest grocery store in the entire world that has a $20 strawberry. Isn't that the same name? Erewhon, same shit?
I think so, yeah.
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 I just remember seeing the post about the $20 strawberries. Literally one strawberry, singular, $20.
Insane.
Wish I had that kind of fuck you money. So, yeah. I don't know which the next book's going to be, bad guy, but I think the main plot will be to get Aelin back. What about the third word key? That's the other thing. We think Erewhon has it, and it's a ring. But Manon, what a move for her to slip those in Manon's pocket, too. Fucking move.
Wild. Yeah, I was like, no fucking way did she just do that. She just pulled it off so easily.
Yeah.
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 So many things she had to think about. I'm like, fuck, I can't think about, like, planning my grocery shopping trip. Like, which store do I go to first? Like, I can't imagine the detail that went into this.
Also, like, the menu for, okay, I'm cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but I'm using chicken in lunch this day, dinner the other day. How many ounces of chicken do I need? Like, every time.
Yeah.
And this bitch is creating armies and not even telling her husband.
And doesn't even know if they're going to show up, but she has contingency plans just in case they don't. Like, what the fuck?
I'm still shocked at the fact that Sarah J Maas started writing this when she was 15.
Same. Like, whoa.
Girl is a prodigy.
Yeah. Yeah. If she doesn't get some sort of, like, Nobel Peace Prize or something out of this, what are we even here for? Like,
yeah, why? We need a romanticy version of the Nobel Peace Prize, and we need to give it to Sarah J Maas for single-handedly creating a book awakening for all of us Twilight nerds that had a book awakening in middle school. For rejuvenating that.
Yeah.
Because that's what she's done. ACOTAR is everyone's gateway drug into the book talk community. Yeah. So, anyways, ending was wild. She's in a iron. Tell me how powerful this bitch is. She has to have iron shackles on her wrists, her feet, her neck, an iron mask, and be put in an iron coffin so that she doesn't literally blow them all up.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that the gods are all like trying to take her because of her ancestor, like the ancestor is so stupid.
Yeah.
The sheik sent her to Erebin like it was all. There's a part of me that thinks there might be a showdown with the gods too.
I could see that.
Like the gods fight, like the one who has her fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's her like great grandfather or something. Actually, is a god or mother. I don't remember. It's her. It's Elena's father is, or mother is the fire god person.
Yeah.
Alaha. It's after work. My brain doesn't work. You know who I'm talking about, though. I think they're gonna fight with that other god that like took over her body.
Oh yeah.
And then also, we totally called it about the mates, okay? And the communicating, not out loud. Yes, we were right. We caught it. That's true.
Yep.
We're good at this.
We've read a few books.
Last week. Yeah. Actually, my reading goal, I don't even want to look because this series has me so far behind. That I'm gonna have to find like 100 novellas to get back on track.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, let's see. Any other questions here? You have any other notes or anything? It actually might be a short up.
Yeah. Oh, there was a comment made. It had to be fairly early. That blood needs blood, similar to the like calls to like, magic seeks magic. When Rowan said Aelin is my heart, I was like, oh, they're traveling, and he's like, when we get back to civilization, I'm gonna find you the nicest inn and like get her a bath in the I was like, that's love.
Yeah, and a bathtub big enough for two or something like that.
Yes.
Okay. And the fact they're like trying to have a baby, like
that was wild.
Like the fact that we all thought she was pregnant, but she'd really just found out that she was gonna have to die. And she was like, I'm not taking contraceptive, but Fae children are so rare, I don't want to like. And I'm like, bitch, you got two enemies trying to kill you, and you're like, let's make a baby.
Yeah.
She's gonna end up pregnant. That's foreshadowing right there.
For sure. I texted Haley. I was like, she's trying to have a baby with Rowan, and he's sad she threw her guts up, but isn't pregnant. Like, he wouldn't say he's sad or disappointed, but you could just kind of tell that he was like, oh, she's not pregnant.
Darn.
But again, 0 to 1,000, like they're not even sleeping together, and then bam, hey, we're gonna try to have a baby, like, and oh, now we're married. Okay.
Yep. Bing boom bow. Like that TikTok audio. Yeah. Okay, here's the last question I have. Who are we casting to play these motherfuckers?
I don't even know. Like I said, that's a lot of beautiful people. Trying to get all of those cast is gonna be hard.
Okay, Aelin, I see that young girl from The Witcher. You know who I'm talking about? Yeah, look her up. You don't see it?
It's only showing me like the fan art. Let me see.
Do The Witcher cast. It's Freya Allen. In The Witcher, she's blonde, but I think.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
And then for Dorian, why is my answer for every male main character Henry Cavill? He could play Rowan. He's got the white hair in The Witcher.
Yeah. Did you watch I Am Number 4?
Oh, a long time ago.
That guy.
Is he too old now?
Alex Pettyfer.
Was Rowan?
Mm-hmm.
He should take some testosterone, but I could see it.
And Jake Abel. He could actually be Rowan. And then Alex could be Dorian.
Oh, I know who he is. He's in Supernatural.
Yeah.
What else is that guy in? Percy Jackson! He's in the old Percy Jackson. He's the older camp guy.
Teresa Palmer could be Manon with dark hair. Well, I guess she has blonde hair. Or white hair, I guess.
She could kill it. It has to be like the moonlight color. So like a whitish.
Yeah.
The problem is, everybody we pick out's our age or older, and these motherfuckers are 20.
Yeah.
Or immortal.
Yeah. I mean, Rowan's what, 500?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. That's always fun.
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
Oh, do we want to talk about the common names between this and
Yep. We have Brannon, whatever, same shit. We have Wyvern, obviously.
Imogen.
If you don't know what we're talking about, you might be listening to the wrong podcast. I'm just kidding. We're talking about Fourth Wing, Imperium series by Rebecca Yarros versus Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. What other names? Dorian is in both, right? Now, what Dorian's in some is in another fantasy series.
I think
Imogen and Brennan were the main ones we texted about anyways.
There is a Vesta Blackbeak.
And we thought it was Nesta.
Yeah. Well, there's a Vesta and then there's a Vesrin. Or Nesrin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nesrin Phallic. But that's another SJM book too, so.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Xavier. Waylon. Yeah, I guess that was it. I thought there was another one.
We're going to immediately start reading the next book and remember.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We'll have to note it.
Yeah. When you finish the book, you're like, I'm going to go stare at a wall for a minute.
I did. I said that. I love it.
Oh, I texted you about chapter 53, about the branding.
Yeah.
Because what the fuck? Why would you do that when you know there's a fucking curse to where you can't have alive babies? They're all stillborn. Yeah. And still you're going to brand your child or grandchild, whatever, because their baby was stillborn? How fucking shitty. I was so mad.
Curse is insane too. So
yeah, wild.
That'll be another topic in the next couple of books of them getting rid of that. Yeah, that grandma fucking bitch.
Yeah, I was like,
there's gonna be throw out with her too.
Better be.
So on our hit list we have Grandma Blackbeak, Black Bitch is what I'm gonna call her. One and Maeve.
Yep.
Fuck them.
Come on.
Come on. Pretty much.
Yep. You got anything else? Jeez.
I don't think so.
Did you get confused at all with the quick changes of the point of view?
I had to slow my speed down a little bit. I caught up, but I saw what was happening and slowed it down a little bit. But yeah.
I had to rewind. I'm like, wait a minute. Who said that? Who did that? What's happening? Hold on. I had to do that a few times.
One thing that's hard for me, it's not hard for me. Most authors don't write this way in this third person.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of assumptions of what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what they're doing. Whereas most authors in fantasy specifically do points of view, like internal monologue, what's happening, what this person sees. So I think you get a little bit more visibility the way that she's doing it. It's just different for most fantasies, honestly.
Yeah. It's not good or bad. Yeah.
Yeah. It just is what it is.
Yeah. This one, do you feel like it was more fast paced than the last one or all of them?
Yeah.
I think so too.
I feel like it's more than all of them because that just so much came to fruition that had been building up for 4 books.
Yeah.
And all of the old, the Assassin's Blade stuff came into play. I texted her. I'm glad we know about the redheaded bitch or something like that. I don't remember what I texted you, but.
And the
pirate lord. I
said,
I knew the pirate would be important.
Yeah. Yep.
She played him like a fiddle.
That was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
I was like, damn, she is so good at this.
Yeah. She's a freaking con artist.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, man, this girl thinks like 20 steps ahead of everybody. And it just blows my mind.
If she was in Game of Thrones, Cersei Lannister wouldn't have stood a chance. Gone.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's about it for this week. Tune in next week. We'll be discussing Tower of Dawn, the next book in the series. If you have any questions or suggestions, let us know. Leave a comment. Follow us on all the socials: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. And be sure to subscribe. And we will talk to you guys later.
Bye.